let's start by unblocking your hand chakras and your fingertip chakras. They're really good to use for healing yourself. So big hand chakra, everyone has one in the palm of their hand, and a fingertip chakra, one in each fingertip. And they can generate a lot of energy. So if you set those particular chakras, hand and fingertip chakras, to a metallic gold color like this glitter, and you do that with your intention. You don't have to see to do that. And you set them to gold, and then that way, as they spin, which they do naturally, they'll generate gold light. So you can use the gold light from one hand to clean out the other hand, the chakras in the other hand. So you make a copy out in front of you of yourself, and then you're using gold light to heal yourself. So let's do some grounding. Why not? So grounding, you can get rid of your old groundings, make brand new ones. Make two, one for your astral body energy system and one for your physical body energy system. Make them nice and wide as all your auras, and have them stay wide all the way down to the core of the earth. Then you make a copy out in front of you of both of your groundings and just comb through with gold light. And you can sweep together without seeing. You can just use your intention and get all the energy blocks that are in your grounding into one area, and then just melt them all with gold light. So sweep together all the energy blocks in your grounding in one area, and then melt them with so much gold light from your hands. You want a very strong downward flow throughout your groundings, all the way down to the core of the earth. So even in the back of your groundings, the left side, the right side, the front, the center core part, really good releasing. Okay, so we will do good karma windows back here. They are a part of your astral body energy system. So you as a spirit, they're important for several reasons. I mean, you bring in new energy of yours through them. And also, if you want to keep them in good shape so that invasive energy that you don't want to come in can't come in through them. So they're good for boundaries and bringing in new good energy of yours. And that's sort of the basics. They're back here behind the base of your skull and your neck, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're triple frame windows. They look like 3 concentric squares. Each one has a triple frame like that. And they would be the color of your energy in that aura layer. So if you do a rainbow system, then it's, for your chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple, then that's the color that these good karma windows would be: red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. So just comb through all those windows with gold light. And if you're going to bring one color of earth energy for all of them, straight up from the core of the earth, bring up red and wash them all out with red earth energy. Melt cords, going into them with gold light. You can lift out energy blocks from all of them that are healthy and gentle to get rid of. And you can melt those blocks with gold light. You say too, angels, if there are any invasive beings coming through or connecting to these good karma windows, can you please recycle them? Yeah, you might want to, massage your legs or something as you do that. Have a deep breath as your angels get rid of those invasive beings. You can make a special grounding for the base of your skull as you give yourself a little gentle massage. So just extra grounding for the base of your skull, going all the way down to the core of the earth. That's red, just so that you can give yourself as much chance as possible to get rid of blocked energy out of this area. And repair your good karma windows. You could have, little breaks. You'd have hard objects stuck in these windows. So lift out any hard objects, melt them away. Lift out the hard objects, melt them away. And repair with gold light. Also, in addition to needing repair because they're damaged, you might just have like other colors on them that isn't your energy. And maybe you've melted the cords, but that person's energy, there's still like pieces of that person's energy there. So just melt away, wash out all these good karma windows, get everybody else's energy out of them. Melt cords from other people. And you could have hard objects or devices, however you want to think about it, stuck in the window part or the frame part from other people, so you can lift out anything that's not you, that's healthy and gentle to get rid of from your windows, and melt them away, lift it out, melt them away, lift it out, melt them away, lift it out. If they're not melting, you can give them to your angels. Angels, can you take all that? And you may have some invasive beings that are a little stubborn, maybe that got in before you did all your lovely repair that you've just done. So if there's anything kind of anchored into your upper chakras or your tree trunk areas that comes through your good karma windows, just kind of grip onto it, freeze it, and lift it out. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So grip any invasive energy, freeze it, lift it out. Angels, here you go. Couple deep breaths. Be aware of your legs and your feet. Wiggle your toes. Your fingers. All right, good job. Good karma windows 7, 3, and 1. We kind of did all of them really thoroughly just now, but I mean, I guess we could do extra on 7, 3, and 1. So 7, 3, and 1. 1, 3, and 7. Just find them with your intuition. If you can't see, that's fine, or your intention. But do those extra just because they can help with the themes of productivity and good sleep. Just melt other people's junk out of them. Melt cords. You can have like limits from other people being like, no, don't do that yet, or no, you shouldn't do that, or no, you can't be that way. So just melt everybody's junk out of your good karma windows, especially the first one, the third one, yeah, the 7th one. All right, good job. Points meaning acupuncture points, which are minor chakras, which are super cool. Right there. So base of skull points, it's those 2 lines of dots. One is roughly at the height of the top of the ear lobe, and one is roughly at the height of the bottom of the earlobe. So all those dots in the diagram that you see there, those are chakras, right? They're acupuncture points, which are chakras. And so just all the lines that you see in the diagram, those are energy meridians in traditional Chinese medicine. And so you can imagine any of them like red flowy tubes, and they could be like all beat up and have holes in them and leaks, and they could be blackened or whatever, but you want to heal them with gold light so that they're red and flowy and they're not leaking. And I'll link below later in the comment section a playlist of 12 meridian videos, so you can see, a lot of the meridians and the flow, and if you want to study that further and use it for energy healing, inspiration. You can comb through the points and outward and just drag out blocks that are healthy and gentle to get rid of right now. Drag them out. You say, angels, if there are any invasive beings hooked into this, can you recycle them? And then melt away the people from these blocks. Melt yourself out of the blocks. You may have resistance. Just melt them all away. So again, comb through your base of skull points, drag out any blocks that are healthy and gentle to get rid of, that are in those points, in those meridians, and or just outside of those meridians in the auras. So you get a big pile of blocks. Angels, can you recycle any invasive beings in this junk, recorded to this junk? And then melt away people and their cords out of it, and melt yourself out of it so that it can all melt. And again, you can give yourself a little massage in your base of skull, and that red, nice red grounding to connect the base of your skull all the way down to the core of the earth. Let go of any built up tension there, all the way down to the core of the earth. All right, good job. Woohoo! All right. And then the governing vessel meridian, I already said in the intro, it starts in the crotch, goes up the midline of the back, and ends in the roof of the mouth. And so it's like a big straight line, then a hook around, like a candy cane, sort of. And you can imagine like a red flowy tube. Well, that's the ideal, but it might be blackened or might have like silver or white invasive energy in it. So you just heal the whole thing a little bit. And you want to like GV1 in your crotch. Okay, so I've been already talking about it, this GV meridian. So let's just keep healing it and unblocking it. You want it to be like a red flowy tube, the whole meridian as it goes up your back, around the top of your head, and through your forehead down to the roof of your mouth. Each meridian, including the GV meridian, has a Wei Qi aura that's devoted to it, just to nourish it and protect it. So you can imagine the GV meridian Wei Qi aura should be like a nice, gorgeous, glowy force field of gold light, but it might be clogged or ripped or whatever. Probably not ripped because we just did aura repair on all of them, but you could still have like a giant energy block that's weakening the Wei Qi aura, so it's not as protected or nourished as it could be. So you can find the most taxing block in the GV meridian Wei Qi aura, and most taxing block or blocks. And you could like find where it is in the Wei Qi aura, but if you're not that confident about that, you can just imagine the blocks out in front of you piled up. But you want to find the most taxing blocks in your GV meridian Wei Qi aura and just melt everybody out of them. Say, angels, if there are any invasive beings in these blocks, can you recycle them? Melt cords from people going into these blocks. Melt yourself out of the blocks. And melt the blocks completely or blow them up. And if some of them are not destroying completely, you can wrap them in gold light and give it to your angels. Angels, can you help me with these? Couple deep breaths. So GV 15 to 20 in particular. So now we'll do the actual 15 to 20 part. So GV 15 to 20. So that's like, you know, those base of skull points, the bottom row of those points at the level of the bottom of the ear. If you look at that row of horizontal line of points right there, when it the middle meridian there, the one that goes up the midline, that's GV meridian, governing vessel, right? And it has 2 points clustered together, and then it has one, the upper row of horizontal points, right? So there's 2 close together, and then there's 1, right? And it's going up. So the 2 close together, that's 15 and 16. And then 17, 18, 19, 20 is the top, at the top. So GV20 is at the top. GV15 is at the bottom of the base of skull points right there. So you can go ahead and unblock all of them, repair and unblock all of them, melt everybody out, let these little chakras expand as much as they need to. Get like a nice red flowy tube. Your energy and your body's energy. And you definitely don't want anyone else in this meridian, or especially in this part of this meridian. So take your time, wash everybody out. You can use like gold sandstorm. Remember we did that where it's like gold, spinning bits of gold light, and it scours out anything that's not you. So especially GV20 at the top of your head is really nice and feels good to take care of properly and relax it and unblock it. Repair it. You could have spears sticking in the top of it, so oriented this way, so like you could have spears sticking in like right around there, which you don't want, of course. So just take out any hard objects. Angels, here you go. If there are any invasive beings in the way, angels, can you recycle these invasive beings? So, and GV16, that's, you know, those two GV points that are clustered together at the base of skull. It's the upper of the two that are clustered together. That's GV16. So just let that expand as much as it needs to. Don't let it be like crushed or constrained in any way. Could be people are cording this subconsciously, this little chakra, so melt all the cords from people. All right, good job. Woohoo! Great job. Woohoo!